Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. I'm Tricia Spina and today we're going to bake carrot cake. Okay, so we're going to try out my new kitchen here. I went home in the province. I'm in Mindoro and I have very nice kitchen, so I'm going to try it out. Okay, so I'm so excited because this is one of the requests from one of my subscriber request for making carrot cake. So I'm going to make this to send as giveaways for Christmas. So I'm going to teach you packaging ideas later on. Okay? Before we start with the mixing, make sure that you do not forget to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? So let's start. For the ingredients, we're going to need 1.5 cup butter, 220 grams of brown sugar, 220 grams of white sugar, 3 large eggs, 2 teaspoon vanilla extract, 500 to 520 grams grated carrots or 3 cups of carrots. So for this one, I grated 3 big carrots. So we're going to need 1 can of crushed pineapple. This is 227 grams can, but you need to drain the juices and press it a little bit so that the texture is like this. Again, do not dry it too much. Okay, I want my carrots, my crushed pineapple to still be moist but not watery with the juice. And then we're going to need 110 grams of chopped walnut. So for the dry ingredients, we're going to need 340 grams of all-purpose flour sifted, 2 teaspoon cinnamon powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 2 teaspoon baking soda. So for the carrot cake icing, we will be using cream cheese frosting. Okay? So let's start mixing. Let us pour our butter. And then add your sugar. So again, with creaming method, we always start with butter and sugar first. Okay? So let's add in our brown sugar and then white sugar, both 220 grams. Okay. We will be adding the eggs one at a time. Okay. So adding the eggs one at a time allows you to have your proper emulsification. You see, when you don't see anymore the egg, that's the time that you will add another egg. Okay. So my KitchenAid is at speed 4. So let's add 2 teaspoon vanilla. And turn it on slowly. And then I'm going to add my grated carrots and my crushed pineapple. Okay, so notice the texture. Okay, that the grain of the sugar is a little bit smaller, but still there. Okay, so don't worry while baking and while mixing the other ingredients. All the rest of the ingredients will combine beautifully. Okay, so I'm going to add my grated carrots and then your crushed pineapple. Okay, again, turn it on slowly. Okay, and then I'm going to add my dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, let's sift our cinnamon, baking soda, and salt, and combine it with our all-purpose flour. Okay, so make sure you mix your dry ingredients first well. Okay, so add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. I like removing my paddle attachment to prevent the flour from flying. So I just want my mixture to be just incorporated, and I don't want to overmix this. I'm going to add my walnuts. So after putting my dry ingredients and wet ingredients and walnut together, I'm going to mix it for only a short while, okay? So I'm using speed 4. Okay, so I just want my mixture to be well blended. Okay, so this is it. That's it. I'm done. Okay, so this is our mixture. So I will be baking this carrot cake in 3 different sizes. Okay, so we have here our mini muffin pans. So these mini muffin pans will fit a 3/4 ounce cupcake liner. I usually use this when I'm making pastry boxes, assorted pastry boxes, or for dessert buffets. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use an ice cream scoop. I don't know the size because it's not indicated in the handle, but this is even smaller than a 1 tablespoon. So you can see the contrast. Okay? So we're going to make use of sugarcane bagasse. This is made of sugarcane pulp, and this is already bake safe. Okay? So this is a new discovery, and I'm going to try this out today. And I'm going to pour 280 grams of the carrot cake butter into this. Okay, and bake it for around 25 to 30 minutes. So this one I'm going to bake for 13 to 15 minutes. And the last I'm going to use is a 6x2 inch tin can. So I'm going to pour 350 grams of butter into this, and I'm going to bake it at 30 to 35 minutes. The baking times that I gave you are all just guides because each oven has its own different characteristics. Okay, so you have to test, and you really have to get to know your oven because each oven will have different times. So sometimes when I bake this at school, it will take me around 15 minutes, and when I bake this in my other oven, sometimes 12 minutes is enough or 10 minutes is enough. So it really depends, or baking time really depends on your type of oven, and you have to get to know, and you have to learn how to test if your cake is done or not. Okay, you can also use regular muffin pans in baking this. I think the 3 ounce size will also do. Okay, so I'm going to show you after it's done. Okay, after 12 minutes, I decided to add 1 more minute for this one. How do you know it's done? First, the color. Okay, so it's like golden brown, and then press it. Okay, so notice how it bounced back. Okay, so kailangan babalik siya. So it means if your fingers indentation is left and it's still indented, it means it's not yet done. Okay, and the final test is of course our toothpick test or cake tester test. Okay, so it's still going to be moist, still going to be fluffy. You just need to poke one. Okay, so I just want to show you that everything is well cooked. So it's not dry, it's still soft. Okay, don't overbake this. 1 more or 2 more minutes will make it overbake and it will turn out dry. Okay, so I want a carrot cupcake that is moist and still soft. Okay, I poked here, it's still wet. Okay, and sometimes you will notice that some of the problems in baking, why is it collapsing? Okay, so minsan nagko-collapse. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na it's hindi pa luto. It's not yet done. When you press it on the center and your fingers indentation is left, it means this is not yet cooked. You need to put this back in the oven, okay? So I'm going to add 2 to 3 more minutes. So this is the one that we put back in the oven. See, the indentation is still there, but if you press it now, it's not indented anymore, okay? So it springs back. So it's already cooked, okay, by adding. So again, one of the common mistakes in baking is seeing just the top color and not checking if it's really cooked inside or not. That's why the cake is collapsing at the middle, okay? So another problem in baking is split or cracked top. It means that your oven is too hot, okay? So lower down the temperature of your oven. Check everything. All pans must be checked, okay? So check if it's done, okay? So again, the final test for me, if you're not an experienced baker, use your cake tester, okay? Okay, so it comes out, it should come out clean. Okay, so if it's the butter that's still wet is sticking to the cake tester, put it back in the oven. A lot of newbie bakers just want recipes. Recipes are given, but they are not absolute, okay? So they are guide, but technique is very important in baking, okay? First, mixing technique. Over-mixing will cause our butter to be hard, okay? We want it to be soft and moist and fluffy, okay? So since this is a cake, you need to make sure that you know your oven, okay? You have to personally test your oven. Even if we have the same baking pan size, even if we have the same recipe, sometimes the outcome that you will get is different, okay? Because the oven differs. So insulation of oven sometimes varies from oven to oven. You really have to learn how to test if your product is done or not, okay? And overbaking is also a problem, okay? It might be cooked inside, but overbaking will dry out your product. It will remove the moistness coming from your butter. So you will see here, I'm going to show you, this one is already cooled, okay? So how soft it is. I don't know if you can see from here, but this is very soft, see? Okay? And it's very moist inside. Especially if it's a whole, so this is this is a cake with a tender crumb. Okay? So, ang sarap-sarap nito. I like baking in these small sizes because when I eat, I don't like really frosting. I find it too sweet. But of course, I'm going to frost this because I'm going to give it as gifts. Okay? I like this size because for me, this is a perfect pick-me-up dessert after eating. Okay, so I have a lot of desserts that I bake in this size. I don't like big cupcake sizes. That's why I can't find my cupcake pans because I seldom use them. This is the one I'm always using. This is the size that I love the most. I can easily pop 3 of this or 4 of this because it's so soft and it's so delicious. Okay. This is actually my 3rd piece already. That's how good this is. Okay, it's not too sweet. It's not too, it's still moist. Even if without frosting, you'll be able to enjoy this dessert. I'm going to frost this tomorrow because I need to cool this down first, and it's already nighttime here, but I'm going to continue this tomorrow. So I'm going to show you the finished product tomorrow together with the icing. Okay? Okay, so notice the amount of the cake is not enough for me. I want it to be higher, so the amount I gave you earlier was the correct amount, and the baking times is already adjusted. Okay, so this one is only 250. So in your next baking, in my next baking, I'm going to make it 350 grams of butter inside. So this one also. Okay, so make sure that you adjust your amount. This one is only 200 grams. So I told you to put 280 grams of cake butter so that it will be full. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to frost our cake. So using our ice cream scoop, size 20. You need to put 2 scoops of your frosting. So if you don't have a palette knife, you can also use a teaspoon to spread your cream cheese frosting. Again, don't scrape the top of your cake so the crumb will remain. Okay, so if you're trying to scrimp or if you're trying to be simple, you can also put just 1 carrot. Okay. So there's your carrot cake. Okay. So here are our finished products, our carrot cake ready for Christmas giveaways. Okay, so if you like our session for today, please don't forget to click like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Trish Espina. If you have any question or any request for specific recipes, please don't forget to just write down on the comment section below. Thank you for watching!